Mr. Fulka first. Sajjan Kumar now sentenced to life imprisonment in a second case involving murder. But it's taken 40 years. It's taken 40 years. You've had several commissions of inquiry. You've had SIT, CBI inquiries. Why did it take so long?
Actually, right from the very beginning, these killings were done by the government with the aid of the government machinery. The government was fully involved, and these people were only following the instructions of their bosses. So after these killings, they were rewarded. We are talking about the punishment. The government was busy rewarding them. So obviously, they tried to completely shield them, completely shelter them. The cases was not registered, and after a long battle, when we managed to get the case registered, then the charge sheets cases were closed, charge sheet was not filed. Then again, after a long battle, when we managed to file the charge sheet, when it goes to the court, then the judges, they manipulate the judges. If any judge passes the order in favor of the victim, he is transferred, the roster of the High Court is changed. Even these kind of things. This is what was happening right from very beginning.
No, so you're saying, Mr. Fulka, right from the beginning, right from Sajjan Kumar, who was rewarded in your view, became an multiple times MP at the time, to the government machinery, to the courts, to the police, all of them in some way were involved in blocking justice, each and every one of them, or do you single out one particular individual or agency?
No. Everyone. You see, H.K.L. Bhagat, the main mastermind, he was promoted and made the union minister. Earlier, he was the Minister of State before 84. Jagdish Titer, he was not in cabinet in 84, he was a member of parliament. He was promoted and made the minister. And almost each and every, now in Kamal Nath after that was rewarded, made the minister, and after that the chief minister. Now each and every police officer against whom the allegations came, he was promoted, given the plum posting, and most of them got three promotions. Now I give you the example. In the Trilokpuri area, which you were also there at that time in journalism, in Trilokpur area where Rahul Bedi and Joseph Malyakan had gone and witnessed it and has said that how that SHO was also involved in the killing. In that police station only, according to official figure, over 306 were killed. And what he does? He seizes the weapons of the Sikhs. He arrests them and then hand over their homes and their children and their women to the mob. And that SHO has honorably retired and got promotions. He retired as ACP. When similarly, the DCP of East Delhi, Seva Das, in East Delhi, according to the official figure, on 1st November and on 2nd November, 1206 official figure says were killed. And on 1st and 2nd November, total 26 persons were arrested by him. All of them were Sikhs. And that Seva Das, DCP, was promoted to Additional CP, then he was promoted to Joint CP, then he was promoted to Special CP, and he honorably retired. So whosoever is named by the victims, uski to lottery lag jati thi.
You're making, in fact, and I must remind our viewers who are perhaps, I must remind our viewers who are not old enough, perhaps, who were born after 84. This was Rajiv Gandhi's Congress government. So the blood stains remain on that government for what happened in 1984. And as Mr. Fulka is pointing out, many of those leaders were members of parliament, became ministers. They were, quote unquote, according to him, rewarded for what happened at the time. I can tell you I was in college in 84, but I covered Trilokpuri 20 years later in a documentary that we did on the Anti-Sikh pogrom 20 years later. But Colin Gonsalves, is it also one thing that I noticed was witnesses turn hostile, and we've seen that in several cases, whether it's in 84, whether it's in 92, 93, or indeed in Gujarat in 2002. We saw witnesses turning hostile in these cases of mass murder, of communal violence. Is that one of the challenges in a way the judicial system faces?
Well, Rajdeep, it's a symbol or it's an instance of the challenge. But the real challenge is a larger thing. And we have seen this story repeated from the 94 Bombay riots onwards. The main thing is that no riot can succeed in India, and certainly not in Delhi, unless the government in power fully backs that riot. So the government is the main conspirator, executor of a riot. Now that is to be expected, that the government will try and cover up as much as possible. So then when you have investigations, you will have enormous delays. And then everyone will lament how long it took to get justice to the victims, the Sikh victims in that case. But the story repeated itself again in the Delhi riots. And what you will find is that the very police force that participated in the riots, covered up for the riots, help the accused person, the very police force then turns around and starts investigating the riots. So now you come to the last point. So then the only recourse is the judiciary. And the judiciary has failed again and again and again. Because against a powerful government that is engineering riots and mobilizing public support for the riots, that government dominates the judiciary. And the judiciary cannot show spine. The judiciary cannot show resolve and determination to carry out and force an independent investigation. In the Delhi riots case, we went to the Supreme Court immediately. And we said, appoint an SIT of independent officers. And we gave the name of DGPs who are known for fearlessness and independence. Supreme Court found it a hot potato, sent it to the High Court. High Court said, by God, this is a political hot potato. For 3 years and 25 appearances that I've done before the High Court, I've not managed to get the case started. Every judge knows, the senior judge knows that if they take up the Delhi riots case, order an independent investigation, say these 5 DGPs will look at the investigation, come up with an independent report that will scare the government no end. They know that if they do that, they will never reach the Supreme. So it's the judiciary at the end. Everybody else we know, the police and but the judiciary has no spine to stand up to a government that has clearly participated and engineered a riot.
So does the buck, Mr. Fulka, then stop with the political executive? Today, when a Sajjan Kumar is finally sentenced after 40 years, there'll be a sense that in most of those 40 years, you've had Congress governments, but you've also had BJP governments for a while. Mr. Vajpayee was Prime Minister. Various commissions were appointed. The Ranganath Mishra, the Nanavati Commission was appointed. 4 commissions, 9 committees, 2 SITs. Does the buck, you believe, stop with the political executive? If the political executive said, please prosecute everyone without fear or favor, do you believe the police and the judiciary would have taken the cue? A quick answer.
You see, this actually this killing of 1984, killing of the Sikhs were organized by the deep state. It was the intelligence agencies who was involved. And even after that, whatever maybe the government, that deep state was protecting them. In 1990, during the government of VP Singh, the case was registered on the recommendation of a Justice Poti Committee. The CBI goes to arrest Sajjan Kumar. The CBI is made hostages. The jeeps of the CBI are set on fire. The cars of the CBI are set on fire. And the CBI is made hostage and kept their captives. Now, and Delhi police didn't help it. So this is the kind of the things which happen. And like what Colin had said, whenever there is a mass, it's not only rats, whenever there is a mass scale violence, it is not possible without the connivance of the police and the political masters. And after that, they cover it up totally. You see that what I have been saying always, that it is necessary to fight. Do not give up the fight. It is necessary to send a message to these political people that if you are in power today, a day will come when law will catch up with you. And this is what has happened in case of Sajjan Kumar.